So let me read you something, kid. Let me read you something. I'm sure you didn't know that the King James translators were given a set of guidelines that they needed to follow as they were constructing their translation. It wasn't the first English translation. There were many that came before it. But here's an interesting guideline that they were supposed to follow. The ordinary Bible read in church, commonly called the Bishop's Bible, was to be followed and as little altered as the truth of the original will permit. Did you know that? Did you know that? That the King James Bible, the King James Version, was basically a revision, consisting mainly of the Bishop's Bible. Did you know that? So how do you feel about the Bishop's Bible? Is the Bishop's Bible the infallible Word of God too? Because that's what the King James Version is based off of. They didn't use manuscripts. They didn't have manuscripts in their day. They had printed editions. And those printed editions were based off of late manuscript evidence. But they were compiled already. Had they had access to the earlier manuscript evidence, they would have used it. Let me read you something else. In the original, the 1611 first edition of the King James, they had a preface to the readers. It was called, to the readers. You can find this preface online for free today. If you really care to look this up and to do your homework, which I don't think you do. I don't think you care to actually do the homework. I think you just care about arguing and being right and thinking that you know what you're talking about when you don't. But check this out. Regarding their reliance upon and use of the many English translations that preceded their work, the translator said, quote, "Yet for all that, as nothing is begun and perfected at the same time, and the later thoughts are thought to be the wiser, so if we, building upon their foundation that went before us," he's talking about the foundation of the English translations that came before them, "and bring hope in or help by their labors, do endeavor to make that better which they left so good. No man, we are sure, hath cause to mislike us. They, we persuade ourselves, if they were alive, would thank us." The translators believe that the earlier English translators would thank them for revising or updating the foundation that they laid for them. So it's funny that you have this problem with the ESV. The King James translators would not have. They would be thanking those translators. All you folks that are mad at the NIV, the King James translators wouldn't be. They would thank them because they're building off of a previously laid foundation. It's not that it wasn't good. It's that they're trying to make something that is good even better. Did you know that though? No, you didn't know that. You don't know that. You probably just get your facts from TikTok. Continuing on, truly good Christian reader, we never thought from the beginning that we should need to make a new translation, nor yet to make a bad one of a good one, but to make a good one better, or out of many good ones, one principal good one, not justly to be accepted against the others that have been our endeavor, that our mark. So all you guys who talk about the King James translation as if it's just this deified translation, this deified English translation, and against these modern translations, the King James translators themselves would laugh at you. They would laugh at you because what you believe about their work is ridiculous, and it is not what they set out to do. It is not what they set out to do. And all you guys making these judgments about the translators of the NIV, the ESV, NASB, shame on you. Shame on you. What facts do you really have aside conspiracy theories and lies that people who just don't like these translations say about it? I'm done, y'all.